friends and followers, welcome back to the Grow Club. So this is regarding the lifestyle in the United Arab Emirates. So it's been 11 months for me staying in United Arab Emirates. So what went wrong? What is so special about it? And why this country is growing so fast? What is the vision? How their governance work here? And what uh, you have to keep in mind while you're staying in this country, and many other rules. Okay, so nothing special about it. So if you go in the Google, you will search about each and everything, you will get information. The intent to make this video is the personalized experience what I got from here in this country. Maybe I observed in India many people don't know about certain industries which are growing very fast, and the career growth for each and every youngster in India is possible in this country. And I want you to understand the industries which are not working really well in India are clicking really high in this country. So let's talk about my experience, and let's see how the hidden industries are emerging and making money. Okay, so be with me for some time. Let's understand how the experience of United Arab Emirates is. Welcome to Dubai, guys, where the city of tradition meets the future. So, I landed in Dubai 7 8 months back, and the honest review I would say is I felt like how the safest city in the world feels. Why this city is so famous, why it is going so forward, and how the people are engaged themselves in growing themselves every day. Like after 1950s and above, like in between 1980s and 1998, many political explorations, many political changes has happened in entire world that changed the shape of the current United Arab Emirates. So talking about this country, this country facilitates really well and embraces everyone who is coming from other nations. Very nice hospitality, very nice. The welcome is there in this country, of course. Dubai is now the futuristic skyscrapers and many more things you have seen. But just 35 years ago, in 1990s, it was a very different place. Back in 1990, the Dubai was still a desert city with a growing economy, larger, dependent on the oil. So what I can see here coming to Dubai is the global powerhouse what we can see today. In between 2000 and 2010, Dubai exploded with development. The city built some of the world's most iconic landmarks such as Burj Al Arab, Burj Khalifa in 2010, which is tallest building on the earth. The massive investments in many sectors have grown this city to connect with entire world. So back in days, we all know that Dubai as a hub wasn't not that great. So when you see beyond 1998 and before, the country was not that rich as it is today because of the oil presence. Saudi had a very big oil reservoirs for them, but Dubai and other Emirates, what we see today as a United Arab Emirates, was not doing that great. But the Highness, he had a very clear vision to make it as a tourism hub and hospitality hub for entire world. So let's talk about coming to this country. Let's start from the first. So coming to this country has a multiple visas to come. So something like a freelance visa, one is visit visa, and one is employment visa. There is a golden visa. So like these many visas are there, and it is common for every country to have a multiple visa policies. So freelance visa is something like you are an individual and you are running your own setup or a work in this country, and you want to come and you want to establish that, and you will work on your own. So that is the freelance visa you will get. The second thing is the visit visa. So you will come into this country to search for job or your livelihood. Okay, so you will be staying for 2 months here, and then you have to extend that visa. The third thing is the employment visa. So anyone who is getting hired from the companies present in this country will give you the employment visa. So that is for 2 years. Again, you have to renew it. And the golden visa, who are already having the huge investments in this country and you want to come and settle down here, that is the golden visa, the very nice privilege. But as I see, it is having a positive thing about you can sponsor easily for your even servant also. So that is about the golden visa. So when I came from India, I got Indian currencies. Okay, when you have the Indian currencies and you spend it in UAE, just like dirhams, the conversion rate is so high. So I mean, you will spend a lot. So if you earn here and spend in India, that is very easy. Of course, the US dollar also works in the same way. So what I did is my expenses were on the internet charges. So internet is very expensive here comparatively to India, and we don't have anything like unlimited packages. So you have it in certain operators, but you have to spend a lot, really a lot of money. When we come into this country, the challenge is first, as a personal experience, to understand the currency. So dirhams now it is running for 23.5 or 23.6. It will fluctuate. Even it will come to 22.8 or 7 or something. But it depends upon the transaction of the bank also here. So I think what I experienced is the food. The basic need when I came here, I was not knowing how much to spend on what. So daily for a breakfast, I used to have around some 15 dirhams, which is nearly around 320, nearly 350 rupees for a one-time breakfast, and for lunch, again at 20 dirhams, something like that. Dubai also offers world-class education system with 200 private schools such as British, American, Indian, IB and UAE nationals. Schools are usually regulated by the Knowledge and Human Development Authorities with high standards of inspections conducted regularly. And Dubai International Academic City is one of the place for multilingual, multicultural and globally focused ecosystem. And the governance with the leadership and the forward thinking efficiency has grown this city with a larger scale. And everything here can be done with all the permits on through online mobile apps, and the city's legal system works on civil law and Sharia principles. So there are mainly three operators here, telecom operators. One is the Etisalat, one is Do, and one is the Virgin Atlantic. So these are very famous here. So Etisalat provides you flexible, connectivity. The services for them, it is really good. I tried Do first. So Do was charging me the entire postpaid for around 350 dirhams, which will be around 10,500 and above rupees, Indian rupees, for monthly. And Etisalat now it is charging me for flexi plan, which is 125, which I would spend around 250 dirhams every month. So that is around cut down to 6,500 or 7,000 rupees monthly. The third thing is the normal one BHK. So one BHK is having a lot of space. Before that, there is a concept called studio room. So studio is something like you have your space, bed space, a sofa, and a attached kitchen, a washroom, everything in a entirely a single combined area. So there is no partition in between. So the next thing is the 1 BHK concept. So what we have in India, the same as it is here, 1 BHK, but it will be a huge one. If you're staying alone and not with a family, it is useless, I would say. Very funny part of this country is the staying part. So how do you rent out your space? So I will explain you like what happened with me when I came into this country. So I had facilitated by my employer a room. Okay, so I spent around 1 2 months there. Then I started searching for my own space. So I thought like I'll go to Dubai. So there will be 1 BHK or 1 RK. So anyway, I prefers to stay alone because in back in Bangalore also I was staying alone. So in that sense, I thought I will rent out 1 BHK. But here the entire architecture of the building itself is different. So I met a broker. So he showed me a few options over there. You won't believe me. I was started laughing at it. They have the thing called loft, which is like one above one, and it is not even 10 space. So it is like one space here. You have to keep your luggage and everything. You have to sleep on top of it. It's like a hostel, what we see in the Europes. The second thing is the partition, what they call it here. So it is also just a bed space, normal, small bed space where you have to keep your things in a wardrobe, and you will be having a little space to walk. So that is the partition. The next thing is it goes like 2 BHK, 3 BHK, and odd. So at the point of pricing, so I would say the loft, what you see, you will get around 500 to 600 dirhams. Okay, so which is one above other. So you have to stay alone. So there is no space even for the breathing and all. So that stuffs. One is the partition. So partition is something like you stay alone and you keep the your stuffs in a wardrobe, and you will be having little breathable space with AC and all. So that would cost around 1,200 nearby, like 1,000 dirhams or 1,200. In India, if you'd say it is around 32,000 rupees. Okay, so like 24,000 rupees it will start, and it will go to 36,000, 40,000 rupees. The third one was the studio. Studio is really expensive. You can stay like couples, so that would work for you. And if you are staying with any of the partner, you would say you can use the master bedroom option. Okay, the sharing of master bedroom. So that will come to around 50,000 to 60,000 rupees monthly. So that is between 2,500 to 3,000 dirhams. Then it comes the 1 BHK, which is like it goes up to even 70, 80, 1 lakh rupees, Indian rupees. So that would be around 4,500, 5,000 dirhams. Plus you will get the DEWA, which is the municipality tax, the real estate tax, the electricity bill, plus entirely the LPG bill, everything. DEWA is also an additional expense, which is Dubai electricity and water supply. For 1 BHK, it would range from 300 to 600 dirhams. Always we have to check if chiller AC cooling is included in the bills or not. Let's talk about different working sectors here. So the real estate stands in the top in United Arab Emirates, basically in Dubai. Okay, so they really concentrate on selling of the properties, buying of the properties, and expansion of the properties, construction, everything. So many of the builders, very famous builders, are present here. It's a hub for the real estate. The second thing is finance. The people who are CA, the chartered accountants, and they have the companies like EY and JP Morgan, many of these finance firm KPMGs. So they are present in a really good, high valued environment. So someone who is coming from India or any part of the world, like from Asian countries, when they get opportunities in the finance, it is, I think, a pretty well. What you experience in India is totally different from here. So I would say around, you will excel in your career by 50 60 times more better when you the same work you do in your home country. Let's talk about different working sectors here. So the real estate stands in the top in United Arab Emirates, basically in Dubai. Okay, so they really concentrate on selling of the properties, buying of the properties, and expansion of the properties, construction, everything. So many of the builders, very famous builders, are present here. It's a hub for the real estate. The second thing is finance. The people who are CA, chartered accountants, and they have the companies like EY and JP Morgan, many of these finance firm KPMGs, so they are present in a really good, high valued environment. So someone who is coming from India or any part of the world, like from Asian countries, when they get opportunities in the finance, it is, I think, a pretty well. What you experience in India is totally different from here. So you, I would say, around, you will excel in your career by 50-60 times more better when you the same work you do in your home country. IT technology is present here, but I would say comparatively to other industries, IT hub is little small. So I would say like the DevOps, maybe backends of ITs are working in a smaller proportion when you compare to, of course, US and India and many other European countries. So this third or fourth thing is about the aviation. So aviation industry is really well. The operatives like Emirates, the operatives like Etihad are operating from this as a hub. So it is a hub for aviation industries. So like many of the airport expansions are taking place in this country, and you will be really having a great opportunity here. The fifth, I would say, the hospitality, retail hospitality and the tourism sector is really good here. So the people who want to have their career in the hospitality sector, it's a pretty really nice concept to come to Dubai or come to United Arab Emirates to start their career. Education, I would say, like I would rate around 9 out of 10, because the education is almost very minimal in the part of currency as considered. Okay, the expenses of the education is really nice here. I mean, very less, I would say. But when you compare it to India, it is really expensive because of the currency conversions. So that is one point. The second thing is the edtech platforms and many digitalized learning solutions are booming up, and the teaching pattern for the students is entirely different because you meet a lot of nationalities here. You exchange the thoughts, you exchange the ideology, knowledge, everything. So of course your standard of educating yourself will be totally different what you experience in India. When you come into this country will give you a lot of things for your personal growth, and some of the things which are quoted, like you should not do it without any permission. Just like, for example, getting a driving license in United Arab Emirates is really tough. Why it is tough? Because the people are not following the rules. It doesn't mean like that, but the government wants each and every citizen, immigrant, or anyone who is staying in this country should be really perfect when they get on the roads. So that is how they create a very strict and very solid, rigid test when coming to the driving license. And the second part is about the medias, the media coverages, the clicking of photographs. Whatever we do, how it is in India, it is a free of, it's because of the democracy. You have the right to shoot it, right to cover it and everything. But here on the certain parts you have to get the permission from the government. Okay, so people who want to come and start their own business here is really easy, and it is in a very streamlined way. So you come and get your visa here, which is like a free zone visa. So you come here, you start your LLC company. Okay, you register your company, get your licenses done, everything. And there are many government schemes started by His Highness that will provide you the entire incubation center, the testing facilities, the fundings from the government in a very streamlined and very easy way. So when you compare that to India, so just like for example, if I take MSME scheme, micro, small, medium enterprises scheme. So when you apply into it, there are a lot of paperwork need to be done before you start it. Just like MOE need to be done, the proprietorship need to be established, blah 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 blah. Here it is very easy. So when you come into it, for example, I gone to a hub called DIFC Innovation Hub. So it's a Dubai International Financial Center Innovation Hub. So it's started by His Highness Hamdan. So in that segment, the government is really providing you 100% support from end to end. So there is a team which sits with you and they will guide you in each and every step what needs to be done and what we have to cut down. So that will give you an entire exposure to start within minimum amount of time. So the basis now, I think many of the startups are going on in these Sharjah and Abu Dhabi region, because that is how the Ajman, Sharjah and Abu Dhabi region, that's entirely the industrial exposure area. So when you come to Dubai, so Dubai is basically a real estate hub and it is a commercial base, tourism base for the UAE. So the transportation is really good here. So we have metros and you have trams. You can take the ferries, cruise if you want to commute between the waterways. That would be really nice options. So that is really good here. But the traffic as compared to India is almost the same what I experienced. So if you take the timeline in point A to point B, if it is taking around 1 hour in Bangalore, it will take around 45 minutes in Dubai, because the traffic is huge. The city itself is very busy. So many people got settled down in Dubai, so now it is becoming really busy. But I would appreciate the government that they are providing a really nice road infrastructure here. So for a normal pathway in an entire market, I would say the busy market, you can ride around 40 kmph to 50 kmph in a nice way without having any hurdles. But comparing to the highways are really nice. So and the automobiles itself, so automobiles are really cheap here because of no tax there. So for example, if you would say you want to get a Lexus in India, so that would cost around the basic model of 85 lakhs plus on road, plus the tax will come to around 1.2 cr if it is a petrol or high end basic model for Lexus. Here it is around 25,000 dirhams. I would say around nearly like 4 to 5 lakhs you will get a Lexus here. So very easy to have a commute, very easy to get your vehicle, and really very easy. And I would say if you are really good at driving, so it is very easy to get your license as well. And what makes United Arab Emirates hub point is I like about it is because it is a center part, geographically located center part for almost all the countries. If I want to travel from India to Georgia or Azerbaijan, so that is expensive as well, but it is time taking also. But here from Dubai, you can commute like 1 hour, 1.5 hours to any of the countries which are small countries like Georgia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, anywhere. So it is really nice to have it, and many people take it as a layover as well. So when they want to have the long haul flights. Dubai residents do not pay personal income tax, and the corporate tax was introduced in 2023, that is for only 9%. The value added tax is only 5% on the goods and services, and free zone offers the tax benefits in a more comprehensive way. So climatical condition. When I came to Dubai, I came in the month of December. So from September mid or September ending to start to till end about the February March. So you'll be having a really good temperature. So that is the point where all the tourists will come to Dubai. So that you should plan your travel in that months, those months. So like in between September end to the February or March. But if you take after March, so it is picking up with heat, and summer will start. There are only two seasons here. There is no rainy season. There are only two seasons, which is summer as well as the winter. So when it comes to summer, it will gradually increase by from 32 degrees Celsius, then it will go up to 50-55 degrees Celsius. Okay, so now we are having in the month of August, I think temperature is little dropping, not too much. Now it is around 40-45 degrees Celsius here. So yeah, the summer is going to end in the month of September, and we will enjoy the winter. We spoke most of the things about the country. Okay, I covered from staying to the food, for the habits, for the transportation, for the industry sectors, careers, and yeah, currency levels and traveling part, each and everything, visas, everything. So I would say, like, if you have still any doubts, reach out to me. So I'll drop my email address there, so you can contact me either in the email or drop down your comment in the section below so that I can reply for you. And if you have really doubts to have a clear understanding about some topic, so let me know. So let's catch up on that topic as well in a full comprehensive videos. So let's understand. So the main purpose to make this video and start this grow club is I have met around 33 plus nationals. So all the nationals are so different. And what I experience in India is when we start a career in 23, in between to 28, so these category of the youngsters need the really good exposure. So that exposure, when you don't get it, you will struggle in the later 30s in your career. So the main focus is to make each and every youngster out there to understand what is happening outside India, and you have to really experience the best things in your life. So that is the intent to make this video. The Officer Aerospy channel has been named to the Grow Club because there was an requirement for this channel to grow and beyond aviation sector. Now I think, according to my experience, it's a time to cover many of the other industries as well. So that's why we started a concept of the studio, podcasting. So soon we will be in touch with a lot of guests, not only from India but from other parts of the world. So I'll be hosting it very soon, and let's understand and learn in more better way. Now the technologies like AR, VR are coming in a very large scale, and many of the industries are adopting those technologies to grow their business. So we have to cope up with these kind of technologies, and if we are lagging behind, so that means you will be losing some of the opportunities. So there is one saying in Chinese philosophy, so you have to be prepared for each and everything. So the opportunity don't know when it comes, so nobody knows about the opportunity. You have to be prepared with what is going on in today's world. So the intent to make this video was very clear, to make everyone understand what exactly out there in United Arab Emirates, apart from the tourism hub. Okay, so the lifestyle, it may be the career challenges, it may be anything. Please reach out to me in the comment section below and mail me on the given email address. So I'll be very happy to connect with you guys. Thank you so much.